Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and President Donald Trump's inauguration is in some trouble. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. And if you're not watching us on YouTube, please visit that address in the lower right-hand corner. It's youtube.com/@explainamerica. And when you get there, please hit subscribe absolutely free. It really helps us out. You need a House of Representatives functioning to certify the election on January 6th. And we don't have one right now. We don't know who the Speaker of the House is going to be. And you have Republicans grandstanding about this, talking about who they want to be, Speaker. And this one likes this one, and this one likes that one. We don't got time for that. We've got to inaugurate a president on January 6th. Mike Johnson is the guy, whether you like it or not. We can have another election down the road, but right now, Mike Johnson's the guy. And by the way, I've said this in a previous video. You pushed out John Boehner. You pushed out Paul Ryan. You pushed out Gingrich. You pushed out McCarthy. Maybe the problem isn't them. Maybe the problem is you. Because you get angry at these guys when they compromise with Democrats. You don't want them to compromise with Democrats? Okay, give them a bigger majority. Because right now they have to compromise with Democrats. That's how government works. There's not enough votes on the Republican side to get anything done. So you got to get some Democrat votes. Otherwise, we have a standstill, and it doesn't work for the American people. When you guys in the world, when you make a negotiation with somebody, it's a little give and take. Are you always 100% satisfied? You got everything you wanted, that you didn't give anything you didn't want to give? No, that's not how negotiating works. Negotiating hurts everybody a little bit to help everybody a little bit. Not everybody gets what they want. We're not children. You can't always get what you want, as the song says. Well, Mike Lawler, Representative Mike Lawler, he gave an endorsement of Mike Johnson here, but moreover, he warned of what could happen if we don't elect a speaker on January 6th. It's dangerous territory for this nation, for Trump, and for the Republican Party. I want you to watch this video and let me know what you think in the comments.
Start right there with Mike Johnson. Does he get reelected Speaker of the House? Should he be?
Yes and yes. The fact is that Mike Johnson inherited a disaster when Matt Gaetz and several of my colleagues teamed up with 208 Democrats to remove Kevin McCarthy, which will go down as the single stupidest thing I've ever seen in politics. With that said, removing Mike Johnson would equally be as stupid. The fact is that these folks are playing with fire, and if they think they're somehow going to get a more conservative speaker, they're kidding themselves. Mike Johnson is arguably the most conservative speaker that's ever been elected to the office. He's done a great job keeping the conference unified, getting major things off the plate, and ultimately keeping the majority, which frankly, despite the best efforts of some of these same people that are now calling for Johnson's removal, we held on to the House because of seats like mine. And I'll be very clear, as I was during the Kevin McCarthy fight, I'm not going to bend to their will. So if they think somehow that they are going to end up in a stronger position by removing Mike Johnson, they're not. I think the bottom line here is this. Donald Trump has been given a mandate to govern. He's been given majorities in the Senate and the House. And we have a lot of work to do on behalf of the American people with respect to the economy, with respect to the border, with respect to energy policy, and the foreign affairs disaster that has been left on Donald Trump's doorstep by Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. We can't get anything done unless we have a speaker, including certifying President Trump's election on January 6th. So to waste time over a nonsensical intramural food fight is a joke. And I think my colleagues, if they didn't learn anything from the 118th Congress, it should be that we absolutely do not need a fight over the speakership.
I mean, by my math, he can't afford to lose more than a single vote. And we already have one of your colleagues, Massey, saying he's not going to vote for him. You really think he's going to line up every single House Republican?
Well, first of all, you're going to have 219 members on January 3rd,
Yeah.
assuming Matt Gaetz doesn't show up, and I guess that's a big assumption. But you have 219, you need 218. Obviously, if
That's some
you
tough
lose
math.
Thomas Massey, you still have 218.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, look, at the end of the
Right.
day, people better be very careful, though, because you're playing with fire. And if somebody thinks that they're going to be able to get 218 votes for somebody, let's say, out of the Freedom Caucus, they're kidding themselves.